Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Davis Rush Hour. I'm Jamie Davis, your host, and tonight maybe just a solo time for us here. Let's see if we can drop the audio. Sorry about that. Tried to figure out how to do the transition like we normally do, but couldn't make it work. The audio for the intro was just super loud tonight. But again, your host Jamie Davis. Dana may or may not be with us tonight. Just hoping that hoping for us just to have a little time here this evening. I'm already noticing a little bit of issues with the computer, a little bit of stream drag, if you will. CPU's running a little high tonight, so I don't know how long this is going to keep up. But hey, it's Monday. It's March 1st. Can't believe we've reached the third month of the year. And one of the great things about this being March 1st is, as I was driving a little bit ago, about an hour ago, I was going, it was heading west, and I noticed off in the horizon that there is a lot more sunlight at this hour. It's about between 6:30 and 7. So we're getting there. I just remembered, isn't the time supposed to change here in the next couple of weeks? I may be wrong on that. I feel like time is about to change. Like we're supposed to do daylight savings time here in the next couple of, maybe in the next week. Maybe it's this weekend. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Hey guys, Janice, hello, Luke. I hope the volume is now working. I'm showing that we're going pretty good now. Let me know if it's still. Give me a yes or no. Gary and Brenda, good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining tonight. But yeah, if this is the time for daylight savings, I'm excited about it because that means we get that tonight. But it's great. I know everybody talks about you lose that hour because we spring forward in the in the spring. In the spring we November, so it's a good trade off. Besides, we all want that extra evening of sunlight to do work in the yard, walk around. Okay, so it's not this coming weekend. It's next week. So we'll be looking for March. I woke up this morning and had not seen this yesterday, but this I have really done my best to try to stay away from politics, but something came over on my news feed that I just couldn't help but want to read about it a little bit here tonight before we get into some of our questions on for our country. But that Virginia became the first southern state to pass legislation rather, to legalize marijuana. We would have been like, oh yeah, whatever, the more I thought about this one, it starts to really irritate me to see that more and more on Saturday that Virginia lawmakers approved a bill that will legalize recreational marijuana in 2024. So we've got 3 years in this state to figure out what's going to happen with that, whether it is going to be more people moving in or people moving out or whatever the case. A little bit of dissension between both parties. And I was talking to someone today on the phone about it, and I could tell that the two of us differed on our opinion of this matter. I understand that this plant is something that God blessed us with. I understand that everything that God provides us with has a purpose, has a reason. And I know that there are medicinal uses for it, but I have a hard time with something like this being legalized for recreational use. I know that people make fun or mock the term a gateway drug or something along those lines, wondering how this works in regards to folks who want to, who work for of intoxication, if you will, and it's going to probably different states. I'm wondering how you feel about this, and I realize that politically speaking, this probably is going to transverse a few, but I can talk, and I'll be willing to talk about this rather openly. I'm not going to be argumentative about it. I just think it's for him, maybe even family members that I have that are around his age, coming in contact with this. Fine. I almost, say if you're going to go this route, you better tax it, because you're going to certainly need more funds to try to take care of people who are getting down deep into a hole. But I would tell those who are in this area of Virginia, where we have a toll plaza that is on the east side of Richmond or the southeast, some more money, lower the basis. But anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. We'll get off of that for now. So tonight we're going to quiz a little bit of U.S. trivia. Nice segue, right? Segue over into some trivia about our country. How much do you know about the geography of our country? How much do you know about just common facts about the fifth? Let me see if I can get it to come up on the screen. Is in regards to knowing your borders, the borders of our state. I just gave you a bunch of states, and I got to somehow get you to branch this out. This might be a little bit difficult. Now remember those as I turn around and then ask you. Yeah, that was a tough question to ask right off the bat. That wasn't really smart of me. Before we go any further. Sin in the garden, it doesn't reach. I think you're right. Part of it is, okay, when I say that I get it, it doesn't mean that I agree with it. But, I just hope that we are not so short-sighted to be potentially creating something down the road. Are we going to be worried that are criminal? Yeah, you're exactly right, Gary. I just look to try to reduce some of the money that we're putting in certain areas. But I just wonder: are we going to be ready to move the punishment to provide rehab, or what illegal substance wanted to legalize? About it. Colorado is bordered by Nebraska, Kansas. To give me the next one, let's border the. So let's drop it visual here on this tonight. So Great Lakes. Is it which of the following? I've prepared for any kind of get into see. Decided to try to do something different tonight. But Iowa, you see on my screen the view screen I get. Pierre, if you can answer these, maybe they'll give you purposes. I mean, you've got faith that because I think with a directness, but